In today's video, I'm going to dive into a topic that is crucial for your success on Amazon FBA. So I want to talk about, and I've made a couple of notes here, I want to talk about going out of stock in your Amazon FBA business. So a few factors that come into play and what exactly happens. So the first major issue, and don't get me wrong, out of stock is going to happen in every business. But when I've seen the most success and my clients have seen the most success year on year is when we've maintained high in-stock rates. So we're talking 95% in-stock rate plus. But what happens when you do go out of stock? What are some of the pitfalls and what are some of the things you need to be aware of as an Amazon seller? So the first one is your organic ranking. I mean, simply put, you've spent a lot of ad investment, a lot of time working on your listing, whether it's back-end SEO, whether it's content, whether it's ads, in order to attain a high organic ranking on Amazon. Being the name of the game, obviously the listings at the top get most of the volume. It's always been that way. But what happens when you go out of stock is you lose that organic ranking, simply put. So all that hard work is reduced. It's not all for nothing. When you do come back into stock, there will be some trust there. There will be some familiarity with Amazon recognizing the product is back. But ultimately, you're going to lose the organic ranking. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below for future videos. Now back to business. So the next one here depends on how long you're out of stock, and that comes down to your advertising campaigns, the trust score behind your advertising campaigns. Ads that have been running for a long time and campaigns that have been running for a long time gain Amazon's trust. They are treated more favorably in the ads auction and they will just simply perform better. We've all seen it when you relaunch the same terms into another campaign, because even though the terms and the bids are the same, because it's a new campaign, Amazon has to trust that again. So when you go out of stock, if it is longer than 2 weeks, then there is going to be that little bit of drop off in regaining the trust for your Amazon advertising campaigns. The next one here is the algorithm, and that is going to be, you've got to look at Amazon from the perspective of how they prioritize customers. If your products are out of stock constantly, as in stock, out of stock, in stock, out of stock throughout the year, Amazon will simply reduce your trust score for customers. If your product cannot be relied upon to be in stock consistently, they simply will not prioritize you in the search results. When you really think about it, it makes so much sense. So it's another reason to make sure that if indeed you do go out of stock, they are not constant and you are fixing the issues at the root cause. The next one here to consider is your investment when you regain stock. So because it takes that, Amazon is pay to play, and it takes that ad investment, it takes that tweaking to get the organic ranking. When you restock, you have to pay that again. So it's like a price to pay or an investment to pay to regain the organic ranking. So you're going to have to do that. Now, hopefully that is short, maybe takes a few days and maybe not so long, but it is a real thing. The next one here comes down to my experience in my Amazon businesses and my client accounts. And that's where I see the most profit. So the one thing that's always stood out to me is profit is about momentum, and particularly around peak, particularly when you've been sustained stock. If you're working on your ads, if you're working on your content, if you're working on your SEO, your click-through rate, your conversion, over time, when you have that momentum and you hit, say, a peak, whether that's maybe summer or whether it's Christmas or another time of the year, that is when you make a lot of the profit. It's not often in the in-between times or the building up times. It's when you reach the top and you make serious amount of profit in that period of time. So keeping that momentum is hugely important, because all the previous factors we talk about come into play, and that is when I see the most profit in Amazon business, when you keep that momentum and do not go out of stock. Very important. A couple of quick tips I have for you as well in how we've managed it for me and my clients. So there is a couple of things we've used. So we've used our own internal software into Scale, and we've looked at the profit percentage breakdown in our SKUs. So we've looked at our product range and we've seen, okay, the top 3 to 5 products make 80% of the profit. And we've, in my company, have actually overstocked these products. And that's how we achieved 95% in-stock rate last year in 2023, had a record year. And that's how a lot of our clients have also had record years as well, by understanding the profit percentage or the breakdown in profit per SKU, because not all products are equal. It's just not the case. Our issue before was that we would treat every product equally, even though some products just don't contribute that much to the business. So knowing your top products and stocking for those throughout the year is key, absolutely key. So if you obviously are not a client of ours, you don't have access to IntoScale, there's another tool that is great for it, and that is called Sellerize. So I don't have any affiliation, or IntoProfits does not have any affiliation with Sellerize, but the tool is damn good. And one tool particularly in there that is similar to what we have is called ABC analysis. And that is basically breaking down your portfolio of products, your product range, by sales, by profit, by overall contribution to your business performance and profitability. So I'd recommend, if you're not a client of ours, to check out Sellerize and check out the ABC analysis specifically. Will be an eye-opener for you, and it will enable you to know your top products to keep in stock and have a record year in 2024. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll chat to you on the next one. If this video was helpful, make sure to check out the next video over here, which will show you how to boost performance through product feedback.